Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Diana. On today's topic, we're going to be talking about ways to stop living paycheck to paycheck and ways to start achieving financial freedom. So if you're someone that's living paycheck to paycheck, well, I got good news for you. There is hope. So the first step to change is to change your mindset. You see, your mindset is actually a direct reflection of who you believe that you are. Now, your mindset may have been affected by the way you were raised or the environment you grew up in. Now, if you grew up in a household where your parents were struggling to make ends meet, or maybe the topic around money was always there's never enough, then the mindset you may have towards money is that money is something that's hard to earn. On the other hand, if you grew up with parents who had money or money was easily accessible to you, then your mindset would be money is easy to earn. So the differences between the two situations are the mindsets or the viewpoints and how each individual person was raised. However, if you realize that you have the power to change your financial situation, then your mindset will change and you begin to think very differently about money. Remember, how your life turns out ultimately depends on the decisions that you make or don't make. So once you've decided to change your mindset, the next thing you want to do is create a plan. You want to create a plan for how you want to manage your money. Focus on creating a budget so that way you know where every single dollar is going. You want to be clear about your money goals. You want to be able to differentiate your needs versus your wants. You want to eliminate any and all distractions that is going to cause you to deviate from your plan. So if social media is a distraction because everyone on there looks like they have it all together and they're living their best life, then it might be best for you to stay off of social media. Instead, use your time to find more ways to make more money. So once you have a budget in mind, the next thing you want to do is create an emergency fund. Ideally, that emergency fund should consist of $1,000 at minimum. And this emergency fund is going to save you in case life was to ever happen. Let's say your car broke down or some type of unexpected expense. For some people, an unexpected expense is all it takes for them to fall behind on their bills. So this is why it is crucial to have an emergency fund. So the next thing you want to do is avoid money traps. So what are money traps? They're essentially things that are going to suck you dry of your money. So for example, if you're subscribed to one of your favorite fashion brands, then I would highly encourage you to unsubscribe. And the reasoning is that these brands are always going to be flooding your inbox with sales whenever the holiday seasons roll around. They may say something like, for only 24 hours, everything is 30% off. But what you have to realize is that they jack up the price during the holiday season and then they reduce it to make it look like you're actually saving money. So this is just a little mind trick for you to spend your money. If you're wise, then you're going to see this trend for every single holiday. And when you see it, you won't be tricked because you know that every single holiday, there's always going to be a sale. The only true sales are the off-season items where nobody's really buying them. For example, buying winter clothes in the summer or buying summer clothes in the winter. Another money trap that can keep you living paycheck to paycheck are credit cards or payday loans. Now to start with, payday loans are one of the worst things you can do to yourself because essentially what you're doing is that you're borrowing your paycheck early with interest stacked on top of it. It is not financially wise because essentially you end up shortchanging yourself during payday. Now, credit cards can be a money trap depending on how you're managing that card. Are you paying the card on time? Are you paying off the balances? Those are some of the things that would make a credit card a money trap for you. Some credit cards may have a 0% APR introductory rate in which you may be tempted to go on a shopping spree because you're thinking, oh, well, I can buy this now and pay later. You need to be careful with cards like those because they would never notify you once the introductory period is over. And it might be a surprise when they hit you with that high interest rate. This is why it is important to only use what you can afford to pay back and not keep any balances. Also, if you have one of those credit cards with annual fees, then you definitely want to be careful because those fees can actually sneak up on you. So if you don't properly budget for those fees, then it can definitely throw you off guard. So another way to stop living paycheck to paycheck is to cut down on your expenses and pay off all your consumer debt. If more than 50% of your paycheck is going towards bills or debt and not into your actual saving, then you definitely want to rethink how you're spending your money. You're definitely going to want to prioritize your expenses. If you find out that you definitely cannot keep up with your bills, then you have one or two options. The first option is to try to negotiate a higher pay at work. Now, negotiating your pay is going to depend on several factors. The first factor is your performance at work. If you know that you are an exceptional employee and you go above and beyond at work and people are constantly praising you, then it would be worth a shot to ask your employer for a raise. Ideally, the best time would be during performance reviews. You just want to make sure that you brush up your negotiation skills and also know what the current market rate is for your current position. Now, if getting a raise at work is not possible for you, then your next option would be to look for a second job or start a side hustle. The one thing you want to remember is that you are looking for every and all possible ways to increase your income in order for you to be able to change your financial situation. When you do increase your earning potential, you want to make sure that you are putting money into your savings. Ideally, a high yield savings account is definitely going to help you build your money a little bit. Another thing that you want to try to stay away from is lifestyle inflation. If you do increase your income, you want to make sure that you're not increasing the way you're living, because lifestyle inflation is ultimately one of the main reasons why people stay living paycheck to paycheck. Make sure your primary focus is to earn more and save more, not earn more and spend more. When you respect money, then you'll have more money to use. Remember, your money should be a tool used to make more money. If you've learned anything in this video, is that you have the power to change your financial situation, irrespective of how you grew up, irrespective of your environment. You just have to be ready to do the work and remain focused on your goals. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't seen some of my other ones, go ahead and check them out, and I will see you in the next one.